What's happening? So the brand new Hilda card helps Tinkaton EX like you wouldn't believe. Let's go to the deck list. So Tinkaton EX has been around a while. Its attack depends on how many cards you have in your hand. So count the cards you have in your hand, times it by 30, boom, that's your damage output. We're going to use the Dunsparce engine to keep getting 3 cards every time you use the Dunsparce. And if you can attach the Enriching Energy, that gives you 7 and you get to put it back in the deck. So you could try to get it next turn as well. So that means the Dunsparce could get you up to 7 cards as long as you don't have to put down another energy. Because we're going to use the Psychic Energy and then we're going to use EXP shares to transfer them just in case we get knocked out. And then we can use the Enriching Energy so we don't have to place another Psychic down. So you can just try to keep using that Enriching Energy as many times as possible. And the other card that's going to help us is Ignition Energy, because Ignition Energy gives Tinkaton EX the ability to power up in 1 turn. Now you do lose the energy because it does go to the discard, but it is a fail-safe just in case. If not, they just stay in your hand and add to the amount of cards you have in your hand. Now I do play the Dunsparce EX because it does have a shred attack, even though Tinkaton EX has its own shred attack, but you never know who's stuck in the active, and we play 2 switch just in case. So obviously we don't play any disruption because we just want to add cards to our hand. So let's hit the ladder, see how much damage output we can do, and see it in action. Alright, we get to go first against Mew. And let's go get these 2. Boom. And we will put energy there. And just in case we get the energy there. And now that's it. Alright, so Hilda. It's going to get us an energy. And it's going to get us a Pokemon. So we'll get the energy. We'll get a Pokemon, which will be the Dunsparce. And we'll take it from there. Okay, here we go. Finally, Artazon. I guess they were thinking about whether to put Artazon down or not. The good thing is, we will get another Dunsparce down. Ooh, it is a Charizard. So we got to hit that number really quick. Alright, so Ultra Ball. So, Hilda... See, the problem is I won't be able to attack if I get the Enriching Energy. That is the problem. I will have 7 cards, but I won't be able to attack. And that actually might not be a bad idea, because I can put this Tinkatuff on here, and it could get... So at least I'll get a bunch of cards. And then we'll try to get up to 330. Alright, so Rare Candy Maximum Belt. Because Hilda can technically do it twice for me. 2 turns in a row. And right there I can get 14 cards. Should help me find what I need. Oh my god, and there's the Enriching Energy. Alright, so I think what we're going to do here is this. And if I do the energy... you know what? Let's go here and get Dunsparce and an energy. Because if Dunsparce or Dudunsparce gets me what I need, let's see. Alright, so let's go get another Tinkaton. Because this one's probably going to go... Alright, then I'll do the Enriching Energy. Get 4 more cards. There's a Dudunsparce. Put this back in. Here we go. And now, runaway draw. It goes back in. So I can do it for another turn. We'll also put this here. Now I already have a Tinkaton. But do I want to not give him a prize card? Let's do that. Okay, so even if they hit me, they're not going to take a prize card. They still have the 2-shot. Okay, we're golden. And I won't be able to do the Enriching Energy. Because this energy has to go here, and I will just do what I can. But we only had 3 cards before. Now we have 2, 4, 6, 7. We've got a Tinkaton ready. So it worked. Alright, Rare Candy into the Charizard. Infernal Rain. So we're going to get, Hilda's going to get us some more energy. Not going to get the, I could get the enriching for the next turn. The problem was I don't want to put it on a Tinkaton EX because then I can't use it the rest of the game. Alright, so they're going to hit me for what? 230? Because of the max belt? Still two-shot. I'm two-shotting. Eventually I'm going to one-shot. Burning Darkness. Okay. Can I get enough? Let's see. What am I hitting for? Can I get enough cards? I'm hitting for 240. Alright. Artazon 4. Yeah, now we just get down to Dunsparce. Hilda gets me this. And energy will get enriching. Unfortunately, I'm gonna make sure I don't mess this up. Actually, if I put the enriching, I could get the knockout and pretty much end this game. Let's see. Runaway draw. The Dunsparce. They didn't. Let's see what I have out. 330. Then that's it. No, but then I lose the card. I can or just do enriching energy. I think I just do enriching energy. Get more cards. And just take it. There it is. And 420. We're going here. We're going to get a couple more Dudunsparce. We've got this. Boom. 390. Now I can't use enriching energy anymore. But they don't have a Charizard ready. We just knocked it out on our first turn that we attacked. And there's a Morty's Conviction. Oh, that was great. Yeah, I got to be careful because remember when you put down the card, you lose it. So had it should have said 360, I would have been fine. Artazon, but without an Iono, I'm doing pretty good here. All right, so now what we do is we just get our Dudunsparces ready. And if we don't need the cards, we leave it there in case we do get Iono'd. So what I'm going to do is put this there. Put this there. I do have an EXP share, so now that next one's going to be ready to go. What are we hitting for? 390. Do I want to boss up? Let's boss up the Charizard. Why not? I know the other way gets me 2 cards. 360. I'm hitting for 360. And as long as I have the boss and they can't get a Charizard, they can't win. They can't play the game. So there we go. Come up here. If they get another Charmander, which they will because they have Artazon, I'll just boss it up again. Because eventually they're going to run out of Charmanders and they're going to concede. They got Cleffa. But at this point, what I'm going to do is boss up their Mew to get 2 prizes. Grasping Draw. Sure. We will now boss up Mew to take 2 prizes. We only need 1 prize left. We will get this here. And yeah, that's the end of that. They didn't even have a Charmander going. Alright, I get to go first against Grimmsnarl. Artazon, that's going to help because I can get a full bench here with 2 of these. And we will go get another Tinkatink. Cool. And that's it. That's all I got. Yes. Alright. So now what we need is some draw. We need some draw. And if I can get a Hilda, I can get 7 more cards. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to attack next turn, but... Oh, they put the Spike Myth just to get another Impotent. If that's what you're going to take, you should have left the Artazon. I know why they didn't want to use it, because then I couldn't use it. Alright, so Boss, not Switch. let's switch here. We'll do Ignition, and we will find a friend in the Dunsparce to guarantee it. I got all 4, couldn't find it. So that's okay. Not how you want to really use it, but I guarantee next turn now I'm golden. I'll at least get top deck +3. And they got a Morgrim, which that tells me they're not going to attack now. They're going to get another Morgrim. So they didn't have Rare Candy. Alright, Ultra Ball. Probably to get Frostless going. And the good thing is, it is, I don't have anybody with a ability that's going to stay there. So they have to go after my Tinkatinks. That's hilarious. They only have 1 guard. Oh, but they have a Spike Myth. Oh my god, and I got 2. So we are going to go Runaway Draw. Okay. We are going to go get a Tinkatink up there. Another Tinkatink. Go get 2 Dudunsparce, or Dunsparce. Alright, so I get 1 more. And I could take a knockout with the Ignition. If I get a Tinkaton EX. I did not. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm probably going to get knocked out. Or maybe not. Do I boss? I kind of want to get knocked out. Here we go. I do want to get knocked out. Because I have Fezandipiti. Unless that's like an Iono. Or they're just going to pass. Oh, wait, duh. Yeah, Spike Myth gets them exactly what they want. Yeah. Okay, I am getting knocked out. Which is fine. Because Fezandipiti is going to get me a bunch of cards. I'm going to find a couple to Dunsparce. We've got this. Yep. Okay, so they're already there. We just got to just hit one-shot them. And I should be okay. All right, they're going to put it on that one. Really? Because I'm going to come up with then the other one with the energy. That was kind of weird. Now, I could use Enriching Energy if I find it to get a bunch more cards. All right, remember, we only have to hit 300 because Frostless does the extra 10. Morty's Conviction. All right, so let's go. Let's see what we find. All we need is a Tinkaton EX. Where are you? So we'll put that there. Where is my Tinkaton EX? Okay, come on. Tinkaton EX. No. All right, let's go look to see if we have any. Tinkaton EX. Do I have any? There's all 3 in there. All right, I got to run into it. I don't have a choice. So we're going to go here. We're going to go get the last of Dunsparce. And I have to run into it. Right? There's none in here. Yeah, there's only 3. We will get rid of... get rid of a Tinkatink. It's okay. There we do. We found 2. Okay. So we'll go here. We didn't find the EXP share, but we have time for that. Let's put this down, and now we get even more. 240, which now I think we are going to find because we get 3 extra cards. And now I think we are actually just going to take the knockout. 330. I could get rid of 1 by getting another Dunsparce. Let's do that. Perfect. 300, which means if they play Fez, which we don't think they do, they can't use it anyway. And thank you, Frostless. All right, so now we just want to go 2-2-2 here. Just no Iono. But the good thing is, if I do get Iono'd, I should be finding some Dudunsparce. Because there's only 22 cards left. I'm probably not going to get knocked out, and then I do have to get another Tinkatink in here, or Tinkatuff, or Tinkatink EX here. Spike Myth. All right, so there they go. They're gonna They're going to do their 180. And we are week 2 metal. And there's their Grimmsnarl. Punk up, get another one ready. No! What, do they have no more energy? They're going to counter catcher to take out Fez. Okay. And Iono. Alright, we have to run into some Dudunsparce. What happened? They Iono'd their cards. They didn't Iono mine. There they are. Alright, we had 12 cards in hand. And I'll be getting 4. But I can use Enriching Energy. Hello. There it is. Alright, Hilda can get me Enriching Energy, but then I think I only play the 1 switch? No, we do play 2 switches. I just don't know if it's in there. I do play 2 switches. Because I don't want to put the Enriching Energy because I want to use it again. Alright, so they knocked that out. They took out 1. Freezing Shroud. Alright, so actually Fezandipiti is going to go anyway. There's Dunsparce. There's Hilda. We'll get it to Dunsparce, and the Enriching Energy is prized. So, which now at least I get to attack. So we'll put the energy here. We will retreat. Enriching Energy is prized. We will get 3 here. Okay. We will get 3 here. I mean, that's already 9, and we know we had a whole bunch. And we will get 3 here. I've got 2. I need a Tinkatink down. I don't have it, but I'm not going to get knocked out. And we'll go get another one here, because there's no way for them to hit 380. Sorry, 300. I hit 300. Absolutely perfect. They are going to take 2 cards. There we go. I'm taking 2 cards. Yeah, they do get 2 with the Fez. Got it. But they are not going to be able to take anything else. 1, 2. There's the Enriching, which now I get a whole lot of cards. I'd really like to get it down next. So we're back in the same predicament. There's 20 cards now in the deck. I just got to hope not an Iono. Because if they Iono and I don't find it to Dunsparce, I'm in trouble. But if they Iono, they're Ioning themselves down to 2. Where I will still be able to attack. Night Stretcher for Grimmsnarl. Do they have the Rare Candy? They do. Alright. If we don't get Iono'd, we win the game. Punk up. They would need to boss they would need to boss an Adrenabrain, and then they Adrenabrain again. They would need another one. Energy switch. And then they would have to put up a Dunsparce. Do they have a boss? They could. That could be so bad. What a way to go. If I lose because of a switch, they never even got a Tinkaton EX. Oh, they put it there, so that means they're not even going to attack? Okay. Arvin? I'm confused here. Arvin for an energy? Because they can't use Counter Catcher. So they can't win here. And they can't Iono. Unfair Stamp? That'd be the only way. Night Stretcher. The energy. Okay. So they do get 1 prize. But they can't Iono, and we have, I don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's just a knockout. Shadow Bullet. Yeah. You got the 1 to Dunsparce. That was close. But I don't know if they thought they had weakness. But Tinkaton is weak to metal. And there we go. They got theirs. They're going to Freezing Shroud. And we have no abilities. So it didn't matter. And I believe we're just going to take the knockout. 390. Boom. Wins the game. Didn't even need Enriching Energy that game at all since it was prized. That was awesome. Okay. Another Charizard. Here we go. We don't have that much of a great setup. And the other thing is they go first. So let's see if what kind of setup they have. Not much. All right. And we're going to go with this and then a Tinkatink. Please. Okay. Did not see how many I had. But then we'll just do this and turn. That's all we got. Now we need like a Hilda. Because if I get a Hilda, all right, so they're not going to attack now. Or if they do, it's for 50. Oh, they Iono. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it because I want to run into a Hilda. Hilda will get me a whole bunch of cards. I run into nothing. Literally nothing. The only good thing is now I get a couple Tinkatinks and the Dunsparce. Oh, I can actually take the knockout. Here we go. Sweet. I'm going to not the route I would have went, but I can't take the knockout. So what we'll do is we will go with one of each here. And then I will switch. And we will just we'll just do a little bit of damage for 30. 140. This attack isn't affected by effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. All right, so the problem is I have no draw whatsoever. But if they don't, off their Iono, we've got the knockout because we're getting another card. I'm not going to put the energy down yet. EXP share. Not going to do that. We'll just hit for 60. Yes, we want to knock it out. That's crazy. All right, so we're just going to keep. And there's a Dudunsparce. All right, so now we're going to be cooking here, because now I can put down an EXP share to get some and an energy to get going. And they're going to Iono. Oh, I had a Dudunsparce though. Well, let's see. Do we get a Dunsparce? We do. I mean, we do get 5 cards deeper, but no. And I don't get to set up an EXP share energy. But now I do get to hit for 150. And they're calling for family. I could just boss. Ooh, they get 2. They do get 2. I never want them to set up 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to boss one of them and just hit it for 150. Okay? Don't want them to set up 2. And there's another Ignition Energy. Here's a time where I could use Enriching Energy over and over if I'm able to keep using it here. All right, Terra Orb. There we go. They got their Charizard. All right, so they went straight into Charizard. They're going to, let's see, 240. Oh, they are going to be 10 short. They are going to be dead short. That is crazy. All right, Burning Darkness. They are 10 short. That is nuts. Now, I do have to 2-shot, unless I get some Dudunsparce or something. Another Tinkaton is not going to help. So we'll just hit this for 210. Yes. And I will be able to take a knockout because I do have the Dunsparce EX. If I don't get a rare candy. Burning Darkness. Okay, they got the knockout. I'm going to take a knockout. I'm actually going to bring up a fresh Dunsparce. And I'll take the knockout here. And unless this is a rare can... Oh, it's a Dunsparce. That's okay. Oh, I should have put it the one with the damage anyway. But that's okay. We'll figure this out. Hilda, Dunsparce. Alright, so we got this. Let's go here. Go get a Dunsparce and another one. Got it. We're all good. We'll go here. Another Dunsparce. Yeah. Nope. We gotta have this guy go here. We never got that rare candy. So what we will do is Hilda will go get me Tinkatuff and Enriching. But I'm gonna have to use that. Got that there. And now I did get knocked out, so let's go get Fez and get some more. Let's get some more. Oh, this would have been great. Where are all the rare candies? Still don't have it. All right, but we're good now. Hit it for 150, which is enough to take the knockout. We have a whole lot of cards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we would have hit for 330 anyway. And there it is. There's the other Tinkatuff. I've got a couple more Dudunsparce. All right, there's Artazon. But I think where's all my rare candies? I have to get rare candy. Because if I have rare candy, I have a switch, I have ignition, I come up, and I can just take out if they go into Pidgeot. Let's see. I want them to... No, why don't you... I need you to go into Pidgeot. Alright, so they get, what is it going to be? Victinis? A couple of Victinis. But I can go there. We'll go here. Got a whole bunch of stuff. We'll go Runaway Draw. There's an EXP share. Now we'll go here. Oh, should I not take the knockout? Do I take the knockout or do I just try to get more? Let's just try to get more. We'll get 4 more cards. Because I do have a switch. Hilda. We'll leave it here. End turn. Yeah, because now I have a whole bunch of cards. I just want to take the... It doesn't matter. I don't want to keep just putting energy down. Let's see what happens. I don't know how many cards I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17. Oh, they're not even going to go into it. All right, after this, I guess we'll put the ignition energy... Or... Yeah, we'll put the ignition energy on to Dunsparce, take the knockout, and then that'll be it. Because the key here is that I have Fezandipiti, and I got to get another Dudunsparce down. Because then, if they Iona me down to 1, I can get a whole bunch of cards. Dackle. Okay. Yeah, let me put that down. I'll just take the... Got this. All I need is ignition energy here, and take it for 150. I have Fez and Dudunsparce to get me cards. Just in case they Iono. Although, if they don't Iono, and they just hit out to Dunsparce, I've got a Tinkaton ready. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Do they have a Charizard? There's the energy. They're going to boss. Alright, I have a switch. Combustion. Alright, I could do Rare Candy, Ignition, or just switch. Switch. Here. Energy there. And boom. 480 taking the win. Oh, that was great. Boom. Alright, going against 2 decks. Charizard and Grimmsnarl, and this thing held up like nobody's business. Yes, you are susceptible to Iono, but if you prepare for it with a few Dudunsparce already on the bench, as soon as they Iono, you can just fill up your hand. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.